Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new weekly painting, and this week I'm going to explain how I paint the pale white skin of these aberrants from the Genestealer Cult. So this is a really a purplish pale skin, okay, and I will explain here how I do that. So the base color that I use, I will start with the base color done, is the Cala Lilac. Okay, and then we are going to use white scar and also Genestealer purple. I have all of them put in my wet palette, so you see here, and the Genestealer purple is a little bit mixed with the Cala Lilac already, and then I have the white and I put some mixture 50-50 there just to help me on the transitions. So the first thing, I will do just one part, I will not do the full skin, so I will focus with you on the back, and of course the rest will be done in the same way, so I just will use the back as example. So I'm just making a little space here. So first I will start with, all these paints have been thinned out with water, and I'm using my wet palette to make easier the paint job, okay, to keep my paints fresh and thin. So I will start first applying white. Okay, remember that the base color that we applied is the Cala Lilac, and with this white we are going to start, we will just highlight all the different musculature, trying to leave the recesses with the previous color. Okay, the paint have to be quite thin, and in that way is a little bit transparent, and will help to keep the purplish color still showing off. Okay, so we'll start with this, and we will, here we have some scars, so this will be interesting because I did not have this in my previous one, but what I'm going to do is I will just keep highlighting the musculature, okay, and I will keep the scars separated, so I will highlight the scars as well, okay, but on the scars we are going to put like an aureola more purplish later on. So but now what I'm doing is just pointing or picking all the different musculature and texture that I want to highlight, leaving the recesses with the Cala Lilac. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay. And I have to tell you that maybe this is going to be a long video. I want to do this on camera without cuts because it's quite I do this with a lot of blending things, a lot of blending steps. So I will try to show this. I will do this half of the skin, okay? This half of this. I will do this part here. It's going to be the most interesting one. Okay. As you can see, it's quite messy here at the beginning. Quite stark the changes, but this is not a problem because we are going to smoothen later on. Okay, the first part is just to just to start like marking where your highlights you want to go and where no. I will stop here and this musculature here and this one here. Okay. Okay, I will use now mixture here. Okay, so this is the first step. Okay. Now I'm going to use again white, and here this is quite a big muscle. There, here we have quite It's like a big flat surface, a big muzzle, but we are going to give texture anyway. So we are going to keep applying white. White have to be careful. We can look very chucky very easily. So we have to be careful when we apply white. This is why it is important to use the wet palette. No, it's too white. This is why sometimes the point is, if you go too thin, then you can start losing control of the paint. So you have to have the right balance. Okay. You can see I keep working on the white. Okay. Now I will use a mixture of white and the color lilac. Okay, and I will apply this mainly at the lower part of each muzzle. Okay, and here I will do the opposite. I will apply it on this part here. Okay, I will do the same here. I'll apply it in that side. Okay, here I will apply here. And in this part I will go a little bit darker. And I will apply it like that. Okay, so we're going to apply it like that. Do it here. Then here you see that the white was still a little bit transparent. Now what we are going to do is we are going to insist again with the white. So as you can see, this is why the white have to be very thin, because we're going to do several layers back and forth with white and the color lilac that was looking quite light next to the white is looking quite dark, right? Here I apply a mixture and I enhance this musculature and I go next to there, and now I smoothen the transition. This is why on the wet palette, for me what I like the wet palette is that you can do the mixture there and balance the mixture each time, adding a little bit more one color or the other. This is why when I want to do smooth, really smoothen things, I go with the wet palette. Okay. And this very dark line, you wanted to make it thinner. Okay, you see, now it's looking much better. Now, the tricky part is on the top of this muscle, I go stark white and I do this. Okay, let's do the scar now, because the scar is quite important. On the scar, I will do one thing. I take Genestealer Purple is very diluted. Okay, and I go over the scar. Okay, and since this is like another scar there, no, this is mainly the scar. I will wait until this dries, and then while this is drying, keep working on the other part. So here I will apply a little bit again of the color like mixed with white. Okay, and I keep working like that. So this is And this is how I will do, how I'm doing the musculature, right? Just with passion and muscle my muscle, sorry. I go and I'm doing the skin. It's quite time consuming, so I suggest that you do that just for elite units. If you have to do an army like that, it can be very consuming. Okay. You can see all my white is still a little bit purplish, so this is why when I apply again white on top, let's look. And what you want to do is to make the top of the muscle light and clearer, and we are going to, here this is very, the mark is not that strong, so we are going to do something like that. And then I take, make sure it's more white, I just do on the bottom. Yeah, the white is very thin, and if you dirten some of these vertebrae, don't worry. This is going to be, this is what some of these backbones are going to be, or how you want to call these things, are going to be painted later on. Okay, so you can see I keep doing that, and then I keep the paper in my hand so I can clean the white constantly. Okay, here I make a small mistake. I take a little bit of the color lilac, sorry, color lilac, Genestealer purple, and I do this. Right, and now what I want to do is I take a little bit of white and I just point the scar like that, and you can see that from the messy starter that we have, we have quite a nice skin. It's all about your taste, but I think it looks quite, I like to make this type of skin on this type of Genestealer aberrations. I think it's matching quite well with the rest of the purple of the part of the body, and they will pop out and show that they are different guys with the rest of the army. So I really wanted to go for a different color to make them really different. Okay, so this is how I do, and now it's looking quite good, this part. Right, and apply a little bit more of white on the top. But now I think it's looking quite interesting. Okay, and I hope this is visible in the camera. So this is how it's looking like, and here we have another one that I did the other day. So this one is a little bit more purplish, this is more whiter, and it's up to everyone to see, but you see the technique is more or less the same, and this is how it looks on the front. So I did the back because the front is quite hidden and difficult to show, so I prefer to do the back where I have easier, it's easier to show. So this is how I do the pale white skin for the Genestealer Cult. I hope you find this interesting, and now let me see if I can zoom in and you can see this in better detail. And here you see the one that we did, how is different one side from the other. Even with this light. This light is not helping too much to show it, but I hope you can see this more or less correctly. Okay, so here we have. And that's all for now. So please let me know what do you think. Let me know what do you think about this color scheme. yeah, even if you want to give your opinion on the color scheme I'm looking for the Aberrants, here you have it. Okay, so this is how to do purplish pale skin, looking like alien skin for your Genestealer Cult or for any alien, and even can work for some of the undead armies. That's all for now. Please leave the comments below. Let me know what do you think. Give a like if you have liked this video. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.